Sean Sewell with Engearment.com in our wonderful gym, Existence Athletics here in Denver, Colorado, where we host kettlebell certifications and seminars with all the big names in the industry. And so we use a lot of kettlebells, whether for those seminars, whether for coaching, or whether for group classes or one-on-one with my students. We use a lot of kettlebells. So we reached out to Kettlebell Kings to try their new Cerakote coated kettlebell, compare it to a traditional powder coat kettlebell, which we have a lot of experience with. In this video, I will show you how we used it, what we think about it, compare it durability-wise, aesthetic-wise, function-wise to a traditional powder coat kettlebell. So let's get into it. First, we have some big bells here. I'm not trying to show off, but usually the bigger bell you'll see in most gyms is going to be the 48 kilo, the Beast, as it's known around the world. 48 kilo, 106 pound bell, this guy right here. It's a nice achievement for a lot of people to get to swing it, or heck, even press it or do a Turkish get up with it. We have some members in our gym who have achieved that and say they need a little bit more resistance. So I reached out to Kettlebell Kings and said, hey, what you got? And they're like, hey, you should try our new Cerakote kettlebell. And so the next size up for us was a 56 kilo, 123 pound kettlebell. And it has been treating my guys real nice, and ladies. We have some ladies swinging this bell too. Very impressive. What can I tell you? They're both kettlebells. They're both gonna be the same size. The bigger the bell with traditional kettlebells, the bigger the weight. These are not competition bells. I did a video years ago on competition versus traditional. Save you from watching that video. Competition bell will always be the same size, usually pretty big, about this big. But it can be as low as 8 kilos, 10 kilos. It could be as much as 56 kilos because they hollow out the body of it, keeping it consistent. Some benefits to competition bell is you always know where it's going to land on your arm. You always know what it's going to do when you're doing a snatch, but they're pretty expensive and they're painted steel usually. These are cast iron and then painted, powder coated usually. Case in point, this is a powder coated kettlebell from a different company outside of Kettlebell Kings, but just as good. It's seen years of use, right? So in those years of use, you can see the powder coating is coming off on the handle. You know, that's a lot of use. A lot of people use chalk. I'm not a chalk person, but a lot of people use chalk, get extra grip. I'm not into death gripping, I'm into technique. So powder coating, legit, cost effective, very useful. This is years and years in use. This is a Cerakote coated kettlebell, which is a special ceramic paint. And this one's about 1.5 years of use. And as you inspect it from all angles, you cannot tell it has been used. Now, maybe it's because a lot of people are scared of it because it's so big, but no, you can still see chalk on it from yesterday. We were doing our swings and stuff right there. It's just a more durable surface, a more durable paint. It doesn't chip off like the powder coating will right there. It's smooth, a little bit smoother. So I feel like it rotates in the hand a lot better when doing swings, and heaven forbid if anybody ever snatched this, who knows, I guess it's possible. But it moves in the hand better. It feels good. It's the same girth as the hook would be on a usual kettlebell. And you don't have to get a 56. It starts at, I think, 8 kilograms and works its way up. We just were missing a big kettlebell in our lineup, so I chose to purchase the 56. I believe it goes up to 80 kilograms in their lineup. It does cost a little bit more. I think this guy is $360 or $350 when he's in stock. It's a little bit more than powder coated, but you know, being as we are outdoor focused people and we train outside, 1/3 of our gym is actually outside. Gonna go out there in a minute and train, and it is snowing sideways. And we take our equipment out there, kettlebells or dumbbells, and they get used. In my truck, I always carry a 24 kilo kettlebell, and I use it in the winter. I'll drive my truck up onto it so my rooftop tent can stay flat. It's a good tool. I mean, sure, it's gonna get some patina, some color, and some use. You can see it being banged up against the 32 kilo, getting a little friendly scarification. But the Cerakote has not in any way taken on color from other kettlebells that it might be rubbing up against. The Bulldog sits next to it, that 40 kilo, the 32 and the 36, so that's red, white, and blue here in America. And none of that has wiped off onto here, whereas on this one, you can tell a little bit of red from 32 kilo. Bottom line, is Cerakote coated kettlebells worth it? Well, sure. If you're looking to invest in a kettlebell, they're gonna last you for a long time. You might even have to hand them down to the next generation. You might as well preserve as much of the integrity as possible for a few dollars more. Sure, Cerakote coated kettlebell. There it is. There's a reason a lot of things out there in the world are coated with Cerakote. This is probably one of them. Hopefully seeing this was helpful. If it was, a thumbs up be appreciated. Want to see more content, fitness equipment, then consider subscribing to our Engearment YouTube channel. I'm Sean Sewell, owner and director of Stoke for Engearment.com. Till next time, take care.